Tomorrow, SoFi Technologies, as me and you both know, they will hold its annual shareholder meeting. And while annual meetings don't always move stocks immediately, they typically don't actually. Even though that's the case, investors, they still will be paying attention to management's tone, confidence, and any new information that could impact the company's outlook. And today, we're going to discuss what investors should be watching for, what questions may be on shareholders' minds, and why this meeting comes at an important time for SoFi. So, first and foremost, let's talk about SoFi stock and where SoFi stands today. SoFi, the company recently delivered strong quarterly results, as you do know. In fact, just doing a quick Google search, let's look up highlights from the recent quarterly report of SoFi. So yeah, if you just do that, and you can even look on the website as well, but Google, the AI overview is usually pretty good as well. You'll see here that they had record revenue and profitability, not a surprise, as me and you both know. They have been increasing their revenue and they have been becoming more profitable quarter over quarter and year over year. So that's not a surprise that happened. I'm not surprised that they had more member growth, explosive member growth, as they said in the highlight right here, as they added a record of 1.1 million new members, reaching a total of 14.7 million. They have record originations and a title regarding digital asset innovation, as SoFi launched SoFi USD, becoming the first US national bank to mine its own stablecoin on a banking platform. So, despite the market volatility, SoFi is continuing to execute on its long-term strategy and remains one of the most closely watched fintech companies in the market. And the price action of SoFi has been going up. Again, just on the day, we're up 38 cents for a gain of 2.2%, getting closer to the price targets, the price levels that we were before the dip after the quarterly report happened. If I'm not mistaken, we were somewhere in the range of $18.50 to $20. I know we're not there yet, but it's a lot higher than it was at the $14 level that we have been over the previous weeks. So, quick reminder before we continue, if you're enjoying the content and want to connect with the community, check out the first link below for the free InvestQ community. And if you want access to advanced stock research and tools, the second link is a Prophecy 7-day trial for just $7. And last, if you want daily market updates and behind the scenes content, follow me on Instagram using the third link in the description. Now, let's get back to the video. Now, regarding the actual annual shareholder meeting and what you should be paying attention to, and what I will personally be paying attention to, is first and foremost is regarding the tone of confidence from management, because you need to be asking, are executives speaking aggressively about future growth, and do they sound optimistic about the second half of this year, or are they going to be speaking with more caution? And sometimes the tone of management, that is what can really tell the story of how management is feeling about the future upcoming story for SoFi or any other company, because tonality says a lot when it's coming from management, whether if they're confident to decide if they're more bullish and they have bullish outlooks for the company, or if they're more pessimistic and cautious and there could be more pain ahead and things could be a little bit more bearish over the short term or maybe even over the long term. The second thing that investors should be looking at, and they will be watching, is lending business, because SoFi's lending segment remains a major revenue driver, and investors, they want to know whether demand remains strong and whether credit quality continues to hold up. Any commentary about personal loans, student loans, or broader consumer health will likely be watched closely. And another area, which, funny enough, because we were talking about the highlights of the recent quarterly report from SoFi, but the technology platform segment, that was a big, not besides the fact of, besides the fact of, besides the fact of there were high expectations for SoFi. One of the other things that caused the dip after the quarterly report was the technology platform segment, because While the lending businesses gets most of the attention, many long-term investors view the technology platform as a key growth driver because investors, or not just because, but investors, they will be listening for updates on customer growth, partnerships, and management's long-term vision for this segment. The next thing that investors will be looking at is in regarding to interest rates because investors will be paying attention to anything management says about interest rates. Recent expectations for rate cuts could have meaningful implications for SOFI. Lower rates could eventually reduce borrowing costs, improve loan demand, support refinancing activity, and potentially create a more favorable environment for growth. And while interest rates aren't the only factor affecting SoFi, they remain an important variable that investors are watching. If you guys are enjoying the content, feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. And finally, the part that investors will be looking at is guidance and future outlook because investors, they're going to be paying attention to that. And even if management doesn't announce anything major, comments regarding growth, expectations, profitability, member growth, or excuse me, guys, or future opportunities could influence the sentiment among shareholders. Now, or among investors, shareholders of the company, or investors that have not invested into SoFi. Now, my personal take on SoFi and the upcoming annual report and the upcoming future for the company is I'm less concerned with what happens to the stock over the next few days and more interested in whether management continues executing on the long-term strategy. I'll be paying attention to management's confidence, the lending outlook, the technology platform, and any commentary surrounding interest rates and future growth opportunities. Those are the things I believe matter the most for long-term shareholders. So, guys, let me know in the comment sections below what it is you're expecting from tomorrow's annual shareholder meeting. Do you personally think that SoFi management will provide investors with additional confidence about the future, or do you think that the opposite is what's going to occur? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button as I do appreciate y'all's support. But with that being said, guys, InvestQ out. Stay safe, keep making good decisions with your long-term portfolios, and I'll see you all in the next video.